The fortune is in the follow-up. It's a cheesy expression, but it's absolutely true. And it's one of the most underrated ways to get more business from BNI. And it's not always as obvious as you might think. If someone gives you a referral, of course, you've paid your membership, you've committed your time, of course you're going to follow up on that referral. Here's the thing, if you're about to go on holiday and you receive a referral, some people might be tempted to contact after they've returned. What we recommend though is you make some form of contact before you go away to at least acknowledge that referral. Set the expectation of the person that you're going to be away for a little while, but you'll definitely follow up with them once you're back. Equally, following up on referrals you've given is a very powerful thing to do. So if you've recommended someone within your group and you don't quite know what's happening with that referral yet, it's a great idea to follow up with them. First of all, it shows you care. It shows that you want to make sure that they've got that business, and that will help you establish rapport and credibility with that other member very quickly. Secondly, sometimes they might not have made contact. They might need some help to make sure that that referral comes good. So following up on the referrals you've given is a very good thing to do as well. And here's the one most people miss: following up with visitors. If a visitor comes to your chapter and you have a little conversation with them, it's a great idea to ask them, how can we help you? What kind of introductions do you want? And in time, they might come back to you and say, well, what kind of introductions do you want? And that might then lead to a follow-up opportunity where you can ring them up and say, could we have a coffee? Could we maybe talk about that a little bit further? I got so much business from my membership just by doing that simple little technique, following up with guests that I'd spoken to. But of course, you won't always get a chance to speak to all guests at your chapter. If you're online, you might not be in the same breakout room as a particular guest that you'd like to speak to. Or face-to-face, sometimes it can be busy, it can be hard to pin people down. So if there's a visitor that comes to your chapter that you don't get the opportunity to speak to, you can still follow up with them. You can still pick the phone up or send them a text message and say, it was great to see you at the BNI meeting the other day. I'm really sorry we didn't get a chance to speak. Would you be open to having a coffee and finding out more about each other's business? It's a very non-threatening way to start a conversation with a visitor. And remember, 3/4 of visitors that visit BNI don't join. Actually, they're a great opportunity though for you to develop your business and get more customers. So the fortune really is in the follow-up in more ways than you might initially think.